going to jump into a fresh Claude chat, and this time we're going to do a competitive teardown, which sounds so aggressive. But what we're talking about here is, in this example, we've got two executive coaches. One of them is kind of starting out, and one is like the established executive coach. And our coach who is starting out, who we're going to call Lena, is trying to figure out where to differentiate her approach, services, pricing against kind of the established, um, expert in her field. So I actually spun up, and throw back to our Lovable episode. I spun up live websites for both Lena and
Dude, I love that you can just do that now,
and our established executive coach, Marcus Reed. You can tell he's very serious. There's no laughing matter in executive coaching. But I mean, seriously, like, think about this. Like, for the sake of the demo last night, I was like, let's just make these real websites instead of like Google Docs that talk about them.
That's awesome.
And here we are. Check out the Lovable episode if you'd like to learn more about creating web apps and websites.
I'll drop a link in the chat for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, so we've got our two coaches. And for anybody who wants to see it, these are live and accessible. And I've got a prompt that I'm going to use here. Again, we will share these. I'm going to say I'm copy it here first. Okay, so essentially I'm doing a competitive teardown of a coach in my space. Below is his website. Tear it down on 4 lenses. Positioning, who's he really for? What's his one-line claim? What emotional promises is he making? Pricing tiers. Offer structure, what he's selling beneath the service, and any gaps. Where is the positioning weak? Who is he not speaking to? And that's like going to come in really key too, because that's going to really help her figure out where an inroad or opportunity lies in an otherwise established market. Be specific, quote his actual copy where it matters. Don't be polite. This is for me, not him. I love that. I love that addition. But also to the question earlier,
are you showing this in Claude again? We're still seeing the.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't jump back over. My bad. So there's that prompt that I just read through. And to that question earlier, it says quote his actual copy where it matters. So again, like, we could be more explicit here of like, do not hallucinate, do not make anything up. Only rely on what you find on the website. And we're going to let that go. So while that's running, I'm going to jump over and grab, there's a follow-up here. So we're going to let that go. We're going to notice it's referencing his actual audience that he's aimed at, the products or the courses that he offers. Where this comes in really valuable is going to be the next step. Like, this is like our research step. Get to know him, understand, everything that I need to know or that you need to know in order to then refine my products and services and offerings. So it's broken down his positioning. It's broken down his pricing tiers, which it's referencing the actual stuff from the website, what it's doing psychologically in those pricing tiers. It's breaking down his offer structure, what's actually being sold in this service. And I want to say, like, we used executive coaches here as an example. This could be, I am Bike Shop A in Havertown, and I really want to begin to carve out a better space for myself against Bike Shop B in Havertown. Like, this is universally applicable. If you have a business and there are other people providing that product or service, this is useful, right? Like, there are always ways of differentiating, finding inroads, finding gaps. So it also figures out who he's not speaking to, where his positioning maybe isn't as strong, where a competitor could wedge in. And so good. That's it. Like, we don't even have to like break that down. This is the research step. And then we're going to give it another prompt. And again, these prompts I can share later in the email. So I'm not going to, share them here in chat. They're too long, whatever. But basically asking it, that's great. Now here's my brand context. I'm Lena Park. I'm the underdog coach in this space, gives the website. Where can I undercut Marcus, outflank him, or differentiate? Give me 3 specific positioning angles I could own that Marcus can't credibly claim. For each angle, name the angle, explain why, write the homepage headline, and write the one-line subhead that backs it up. Don't suggest I copy his playbook. Show me where his playbook becomes my opening. So again, like where can I fill the gap and position against what he's doing? Again, we'll let it run. And I'm doing this in real time. I think like so often on this show, like Chris and I will kind of pre-bake some of these because some design tasks like take a little bit longer, but it really is incredible how fast it'll come back with this stuff. So right there, angle 1, the inside operator versus the outside advisor. You've led the actual work inside a startup. He hasn't. So the homepage headline becomes the coach who's actually been where you're standing. 14 years as an engineering director at 2 startups that I IPO'd, not a framework, a lived map. Angle 2, the first-time leader market he explicitly excludes. His not a fit is your entire customer base. So he's the established coach, and he is there for minimum VP level and above. So, nobody coaches the first-time leader. That's the whole point. The jump from great individual contributor to actual manager is the hardest leadership transition there is. Most coaches skip it. I live in it. So again, finding a space and an audience within the greater audience of people interested in executive coaching. It's helping her carve out, look, the people who are new to this space and who are maybe not pre-qualified to his services, like that's your sweet spot. That's your sub segment of people interested in your services. So again, all of these things, just like the first one with Chris, bring your own taste to, bring your own perspective to. But this is a really quick, easy way with 2 prompts. I mean, we gave it 2 prompts to really gain some valuable insight that will allow you to optimize your messaging, your positioning, your content, and even help you maybe shift the way you approach your services and who they're for.